The headlines tonight: Anambra State government injects measures to forestall monkeypox outbreak. State government to plan housing schemes for low-income earners. INEC reminds parties of July 15 deadline to upload list of candidates. On the foreign scene tonight, U.S. Supreme Court favors Joe Biden moves over immigration policy. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening to you and welcome to the news. I am Ebere Ugonna. Anambra State government says there is no cause for alarm over the outbreak of monkeypox in the state. The Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, disclosed this during a press briefing in Oka over the discovery of one positive patient in the state. Health correspondent Chibuzo Okoye completes the story.
Addressing the media, Dr. Obidike said that the ministry has a mandate to provide a healthy and safe environment for the people through the prevention and control of diseases and other health-related outbreaks, and that the government had responded to several public health emergencies such as yellow fever, Lassa fever, cholera, COVID-19, among others. Dr. Obidike said that few weeks ago, 2 suspected cases of monkeypox were reported in Anambra East, Onitsha, and Oyi local government areas, out of which the case from Anambra East was confirmed positive, and that the patient is doing well at an isolation center in the state, and that the state government has put all relevant surveillance measures in place towards ending the spread of the outbreaks. The Health Commissioner pointed out that the state government has put every mechanism in place to ensure that the outbreak is nipped in the bud.
As I said today, we are training our healthcare personnel today and tomorrow on the symptoms, because this is a new disease to them. They don't know how to. We are training them on how to identify it. When it's identified, they cannot send the patient to isolation. We have isolation centers functioning. For the state-owned isolation center, we have at we have very functional one at Onitsha. As I said earlier, there's no need to panic at all for the people of Anambra State for this outbreak, because the governor, Prof. Charles Soludo, has made everything. We immediately had it in the 2 months ago, 3 months ago, with connection with WHO. The governor asked us to prepare, and he made available things to be used. And with the help of WHO and UNICEF, we have made a lot of plans and allowance for that.
The Anambra State Coordinator, World Health Organization State Field Office, Dr. Adam Abunazri, said that they support the state in terms of outbreak response, surveillance, and control tracing, and that Anambra State is doing well in outbreaks management.
We are here to support the state in terms of outbreak response and surveillance and all other activities in the PSC revitalization sector. So far, since we had this case, 2 suspected cases, WHO has supported through the surveillance unit, state EPID, as well as our own surveillance officer, in the sample collection, as well as ensuring that the sample went to the lab. And then when we heard about the results, we are supporting the state also in terms of all the pillars, that is in the contact tracing, contact tracing for the case that we have. So this we are here to also cooperate with the state and ensure that we bring this outbreak to a stop, and also to make the public to be aware of all the prevention of how we protect ourselves and the Indians of the state.
Monkeypox is a rare viral zoonotic orthopovirus disease. It primarily occurs in the rainforests in West and Central Africa. It has been detected in a range of small mammal species, particularly rodents and monkeys. One can contract monkeypox through human-to-human transmission, direct contact with body fluids, animal scratches, among others. The United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, Anambra State consultant, Dr. Diden Bufein, also delivered goodwill message during the briefing, while the special advisor to Governor Soludo on medicine and pharmaceutical matters, Mr. Okechukwu Nnadozie, was present during the event. In Oka, this is Chibuzo Okoye for ABS News.
Plans are underway for the construction of low housing scheme for civil servants in the state to alleviate their sufferings. The Commissioner for Housing and Urban Development, Honorable Paulinus Onyeka, disclosed this while defending the 2020 budget estimate of the ministry before the Anambra State House of Assembly Committee on Housing and Urban Development at the House of Assembly Complex in Awka. House of Assembly correspondent Chukwemeka Modelim reports.
That when we came in,
Honorable Onyeka explained that the housing project, which will be sited at Isiago, Awka South local government area, will be realized through public-private partnership. Honorable Onyeka informed the committee that Soludo administration is committed to building a befitting government house, lodge and offices for the state to bring it at par with other states. The commissioner maintained that he is working in line with the new housing policy of Governor Soludo, which stipulates that building construction must be up to standard in line with the mantra of Governor Soludo administration of building a livable, prosperous megacity, adding that the ministry will also delve into construction and more public building and renovation of existing ones in schools, hospitals, Anambra Broadcasting Service, among others.
we have a new housing policy in Anambra, and under the new housing policy, you build a house that will key into our mantra, livable and prosperous, smart mega city, building for life. Any house that is coming up today in Anambra supposed to be keyed into that mantra. The architectural design will also be things that will make sure that the house will be livable. That is like where the spots for planting of trees and the flowers that will bulk up the oxygen level within that vicinity so that the people there will be okay.
In his remarks, the chairman, Anambra State House of Assembly Committee on Urban Development, Chief Lawrence Ezodo, charged the ministry to ensure judicious use of the funds that will be allocated to them, as his committee will monitor the projects they accomplished with it.
A cross-section of Ifitiduno community in Dunukofia local government area has appealed to Anambra State government to conduct fresh elections to replace the current caretaker committee in the town instead of returning their impeached President General. They made the appeal during a peaceful protest at the government house. Awka correspondent Emmanuel Chibata reports.
The protesters were brandishing placards with various inscriptions, all showing their disapproval for the return of power of their deposed town union leader, Mr. Uchenna Nwoye Oraguncha. According to the protesters, there are arrangements to impose the impeached President General of Ifitiduno back to the town, as they fear his return would lead to breakdown of law and order. Speaking, a one-time President General of Ifitiduno Town Union, Chief Samuel Nweke, explained that following the impeachment, a caretaker committee led by Mr. Chigozie Odele was put in place during the former Governor Willie Obiano's administration. Chief Nweke argued that on expiration of the caretaker administration, a new election ought to be conducted, insisting that the deposed PG should not be installed back to office. He appealed to the government to allow a credible, free and fair election with option A for electoral process as stipulated in their constitution.
And when our amiable governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, onye mala that no ezigbo mmadụ ka ọ bụ, onye anyị vote ulu n'ọchịchị, onye anyị ka na-achọ na ọ ga-emela anyị nnukwu ife n'obodo a. A little time nọ n'obodo a egosigo anyị na security abatago. I was in a security and Wadele, nobody knew when I got Nanya Cabani, maybe because now we never attack also, the man crisis here. I was here because the financial book election option A4. Can you point a line and you be in peace? Thank you very much.
Speaking further, the youth leader of Ifitiduno, Comrade Oliver Udobi, and community woman leader Ifitiduno Town Union, Mrs. Rose Onuibo, made a call for government to conduct fresh election to enable the people vote credible leaders in order to usher in long-lasting peace in the town. Responding, the special advisor to Governor Soludo on local government affairs, Barrister Raphael Nabife, pleaded with the protesters to remain calm as the government will wade into their matter to ensure a long-lasting solution to their crises.
Their complaints from their community, I came here to address them because His Excellency and other top functionaries are in a crucial meeting. So I was delegated to come and speak to them. I've heard their complaints. They've equally submitted their petition. We'll go through it. I'll take the phone number of their leader. I'll communicate him, and then we'll invite them. Definitely, we'll look into their complaints. His Excellency, the Governor of Anambra State, wants peace in all the communities of Anambra State. So we'll ensure that this peace return to their community.
From the Government House in Oka, Emmanuel Chibata reporting for EBS News.
The Directorate of Defense Media Operations, DMO, has commended the efforts of armed forces of Nigeria's military operations in various theaters of operation across the country. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Bernard Onyuko, who was speaking during a weekly operational press briefing, urged them to continue to provide information on criminals within their locality as it would help return peace to the country. ABS Abuja Bureau Chief Princess Ikwe reports that Major General Onyuko reeled out the troops' activities and operational successes recorded from the various operational theaters of the 6 geopolitical zones of the country from 16 to 30 June 2022. He noted that in the Southeast Zone on 25 June 2022, a combined team of security agencies led by 302 Artillery Regiment had carried out a raid operation on proscribed independent people of Biafra and Eastern Security Network camps at Ukpo in Newsalt local government area of Anambra State, where 2 suspected criminals were neutralized after a fierce gun battle, recovering 2 AK-47 rifles, 2 pump-action rifles, 1 Dane gun, 3 magazines, 5 water gel improvised explosive device, 3 generator sets, 1 SUV, and 2 cell phones from their camps. Major General Onyuko stressed that on 27 June 2022, discovery of the hideout of a notorious terrorist, the late Double Lion, followed, where 1 suspected criminal member of the gang was neutralized after a shootout, and items recovered from the camp included 1 Dane gun, 8 vehicles of different makes. Meanwhile, in the South-South zone, the Director of Media Operations said the fight against oil thieves and illegal oil refining recorded huge success as a total of 3,074,000 liters of automotive gas oil, 3,810,000 liters of crude oil, 14,000 liters of premium motor spirit, and 14,000 liters of dual-purpose kerosene were discovered, and 26 oil thieves were arrested, 29 vehicles, 68 wooden boats, 9 speedboats, amongst other equipment, were impounded, all within the period under review. The success story remained the same in many regions of the country. And moving on to our national stories now, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has reminded political parties that the deadline for uploading lists and particulars of their nominees remains July 15. The Commission made the disclosure in a statement issued by Mr. Festus Okoye, National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee, on Thursday after the Commission's meeting held in Abuja. He said that INEC met and deliberated on a number of issues, including the continuous voter registration, CVR, the issuance of certified true copies of documents, and the commencement of the uploading of the list and personal particulars of governorship and state assembly candidates. Mr. Okoye, who said the candidates' nomination portal was shut down at 6 p.m. on July 15, advised political parties that have challenges with uploading documents to contact the Commission's help desk through the dedicated telephone line to contact the candidates' nomination center at the Commissioner's headquarters. On the CVR, Okoye said that the exercise would continue nationwide, saying all the resident electoral commissioners and electoral officers had been directed to continue with the exercise pending further directives from the Commission. He said that the Commission had consistently reiterated its resolve to continue to provide electoral services to the Nigerian people and register all eligible Nigerians that were interested in registering. And on business news, the Agricultural Credit Guarantee Scheme Fund, which is managed by the Central Bank of Nigeria, has guaranteed 1.232 million loans given to farmers across the country. The monetary value of the loans was estimated at 130.903 billion. But Apex Bank also challenged farmers to join hands in revitalizing the country's $430 billion economy by enhancing value addition and diversification. These were the highlights of the National Award Ceremony for the 2021 Best Farmer of the Year Award under the ACGSF held on Thursday in Abuja. The ACGSF was established by Decree number 20 of 1977 and started operations in April 1978. It was targeted at de-risking agricultural loans by providing guarantees to banks lending to the agricultural sector and encouraging lending to the agricultural sector to boost its contribution to output and incentivize good credit behavior by obligors repaying conformably. Okon further said that the disbursement was part of the proactive measures to encourage people and cushion the impact of the global crisis on the economy and support the agricultural sector. And on the foreign news, the U.S. Supreme Court on Thursday gave President Joe Biden's administration the green light to end the so-called Remain in Mexico policy instituted by Donald Trump as part of his hardline approach to immigration. Under the policy, some non-Mexicans who entered the United States illegally across the southern border were sent back to Mexico to wait while their immigration cases played out in court, rather than being detained or provisionally released. Since the beginning of his term, Biden has been trying to wind down the policy as part of what he claims is a more humane take on immigration. Advocates for migrants said the policy exposed asylum seekers to dangerous conditions in Mexico as overwhelmed U.S. courts slowly work through a backlog of cases. Thursday's ruling in favor of Biden administration was split 5-4, with Chief Justice John Roberts joining fellow conservative Brett Kavanaugh and the court's 3 liberal justices in the majority. Roberts, who authored the majority opinion, argued that federal immigration law allows the executive branch to return asylum seekers to Mexico but does not force it to do so. Biden's attempt to terminate the policy instituted by Trump in 2019 was challenged by a group of Republican-governed states led by Texas. And in sports news, the Confederation of African Football CAF has revealed the first list of nominees for the CAF Awards 2022, which will be held on 21st July 2022 in Rabat, Morocco. FC Copenhagen winger Akinkumi Amo has been nominated for the Young Player of the Year men. And the 2022 Super Eagles invitees joined on the shortlist by 9 other outstanding African young stars, namely Hannibal Mejri, Tunisian Manchester United, Dango Ontara, Burkina Faso and Laurent, Karim Konate, Côte d'Ivoire, Asec RB Salzburg, Jesus Owana, Equatorial Guinea and Alaves, James Gomez, the Gambia and AC Horsens, Kamaldeen Sulemana, Ghana and Rennes, Elax Moriba, Kauruma, Guinea and Valencia, El Bila Touré, Mali and Rennes, and Pape Matassar, Senegal and Metz. The prestigious award has been won by Super Eagles duo Alexi Wobi and Victor Osimhen in the past. Amo joined in a stormy 2021 season at Hammarby, making 36 appearances in domestic competitions in which he was involved in 18 goals. After a fantastic campaign, the 2019 Golden Eaglet sensation and a move to Danish. And that's it on the news tonight. But remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And just before we go tonight, a quick look at our major stories. Anambra State government has injected measures to forestall monkeypox outbreak. State government is to plan housing schemes for low-income earners. INEC has reminded parties of July 15 deadline to upload list of candidates. And the foreign scene we brought to you that U.S. Supreme Court has favored Joe Biden move over immigration policy. Here is a special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's the size of our package tonight. Many thanks for joining the bulletin. I am Iberi. We're good and enjoy the rest of your evening.
OneXBet.